Okay, so let's try this again. So I'm Keimo Edwards. I'm 24 years old. I currently just started two businesses. One of them is called iCode JM. So iCode JM is basically we started out with the intention of being a web development company, in terms of helping any business size to basically build out a website for them, manage their portfolio, and also to provide CRM, which is client relationship manager, customer relationship manager, which has been very useful in my current job, my job. So what it is really, so we intended to start it out as that. How we came up with the idea, I got another interview at another job, and they didn't have anything aligned, but this business was in existence in Jamaica for years, but they barely pop up in Yellow Pages, which is free to get listed in. So I went back to work, and there was the IT personals, and they're very, very good at what they do based on what I've seen them done on the website for the company that I'm employed at. So I said, why not start a business and provide these services, to a wider scale and make some money? Because working for somebody for the rest of their life ain't gonna cut it. And all of it, everyone was like, yeah man, I'm gonna start a business. But the thing with them, they didn't know how to sell, but they were pretty good at what they did. So I said, being that I'm good at sales, I'll be the sales manager, I'll get the clients for you. You guys just build out the website. And they were pretty excited about that. Later on, I could now develop to a business solution. The difference is with the business, we do all the above. We assist with marketing, registration of the company, accounting advice, and stuff like that. Basically, we help you to inventory, warehouse management, all of these things. So basically help you to put a business on track, and no matter what scale it is. So if it doesn't have these things in place, and iCode will do it at a really cheap cost, because the goal is to have the entire Jamaica online. Like when in the US, almost all businesses are online. So that's what we want to do for Jamaica, right? And it has been going good. We have a few clients now. We're just really building out the framework in terms of getting a grip of ideally what we'll be offering and what we'll be marketing for ourselves. You can check out us on Instagram. It's iCodeJM. And you can also like us on Facebook. You can also check out our website as well. Right? Just a pre-website. Just there, just giving a little information about what we do. We have something bigger in the pipeline coming. Alright, so the next business that that I started, it was branched off from iCode. It's called iMart. So iMart is very far apart, but what iMart does is to sell household items, from small appliances to curtains, but premium stuff, things that you'd only get at JCPenney at ridiculous cost. So for example, a curtain at JCPenney costs $60. I'll be selling, iMart will be selling it at like $20. Some crazy deals and crazy prices, right? So that's what we have going on there. Outside of that, I'm employed to Jampreneur Bank as a sales rep. I sell point-of-sale solutions, and so that's a swipe machine for any business sizes. So you see how both of them kind of tie in, and I work at Carousel as well. Carousel is they sell like AC units, solar water heaters, and those stuff. I've been doing that for almost a year now. Surgical more recent. And outside of that, have some other things on the pipeline. So that's me. My experiences in terms of sales and marketing business started a while back. First job right out of high school, first job that I got was in banking. Right, I started to work at Scotiabank. I had no idea that I would have ended up in banking. My thing was IT. I wasn't really good at, I was okay at it, but I wasn't like a programmer or nothing like that. I had the mindset that this is what I wanted to do, programming and robotics. But that didn't work out because I didn't have the funds to do that, which I'll probably share later on why college didn't work out for me. So outside of that, what I did was I got this job at Scotiabank. I was working there as a clerk, entry-level clerk, and it was pretty good. I was pretty good at my job. I'm very organized, so that really helped and was appreciated there in that department. Then I got bored because my thing is I wanted to learn to sell, and the thing is I didn't always want to learn to sell. I mean, people always say that, yo, Keimo, you're persuasive and stuff like this. My mother would always be like, yo, you're gonna sell till you sell the wrong part of you. But I never saw myself as a seller. Right? I would not go on the street and sell bag juice or go to the market and sell market stuff. I respect the people who do that, but I just can't, or I just don't want to. Right? I guess if I need to, I will, but not there yet. Yeah. So back to my story. So from that, then I was introduced to a network marketing platform called World Ventures, which really opened up my eyes and let me understand that I didn't have to come from a rich background in order to create wealth. I didn't have to have a gold spoon in my mouth in order to create wealth. However, I didn't become a part of World Ventures. Later on, I was introduced to the Amway Corporation, coupled with a mentorship organization called Worldwide Dream Builders, which was basically a group of entrepreneurs who were already successful, who is teaching people how to create success. I did that for about 2 years. I made a little money there. It was good, but what I mainly took away from that was books. I learned to read. Not that I couldn't read, but I now developed the habit of reading, and I was introduced to some really great people, great advice, great books that really helped me to take my life forward and understand how to create the roadmap, because I always knew I wanted to be successful. I didn't know how or when or why or what, but I knew that I didn't want to stay where I grew up, right? So, taken away from the books and all of the stuff that I learned in Worldwide Group. After leaving Worldwide Group, when I got my son, I left the Worldwide Group because it was a little strain at the time and a lot of changes. But besides that, so I learned about mentorship, the value of having a mentor. I learned about being mentored. I learned about reading books. I learned about creating the 5 habits that I do repeatedly every day in order to create success. Because creating success is not a one-time win like a lotto thing. You win the lottery, you'll be broke after a while. But creating success is an ongoing thing that you constantly work on every single day, day in and day out kind of thing. So I learned about habits and how creating good habits could create success. So I started to work on the outside of that. I started to follow motivation and stuff. I just started learning. That was the biggest thing for me. I started to learning, and with the knowledge that I learned, I didn't implement, right, until I decided to start a restaurant, right? And I thought I was so good at this business thing, which I think I am, I'm good at business strategy kind of thing, and marketing and those stuff, and sales. So I started the restaurant, and they have beat me bad. Like, I lose left, right, and center. Right? Up to this day, I hate restaurant business. I don't think I'll go back there. Simply because I can't measure unless I have a massive amount of experience in that, then that's how you'd be able to actually manage that type of business well. But what happened to me in the restaurant is that I learned to fail forward. I learned a lot managing the restaurant or owning the restaurant for the short period of time that I did. No, I didn't quit the restaurant. Some circumstances I had to shut it down. But lessons were well learned in that short period that I had it for. That has definitely enhanced any business that I decide to venture into, and business that I'm venturing into, right? Experience is the best teacher. Learning from other people's experience is better, hence why I'm doing this, right? Sorry for being all over the place. I don't have a script or anything. I just decided that I'd share something that I wanted to do for a very long time. So I just, talking. I hope it makes sense to you, right? So from the restaurant, failing at the restaurant, I was back at my 9-to-5 job. But I started to follow this guy on Facebook called Patrick David, who operates Valuetainment on YouTube. I definitely recommend, I beseech you to go and follow Valuetainment on YouTube. Follow them Instagram, Twitter, everything. Valuetainment is where you learn how to be an entrepreneur. It's like this online university for entrepreneurs. Patrick David is awesome. And follow him as well. Follow his business, PHP. It's an insurance company in the United States. His story and mine are pretty similar. We come from nothing, and I try to make something. Him already, 10 step, a billion step ahead of me. But I'm definitely following in his path. One of the biggest things Patrick David said, he didn't need to go to school, which was a relief for me. I hate school. I do not learn. I do not test well. I learn very well, but I won't. When it comes to a written exam, I'm not so good at that. Right? That's just naturally who I am. Not everybody learns the same way. I'm not anti-school or anything, because I believe in education. I probably don't believe in academics, but I do believe in education. So Patrick said basically a great way to move forward in life is to go and learn from somebody else who've already done it. So what I did was left my job at the big notorious Scotiabank. Everybody thought I was crazy, to work for a small loan company so I could be close to the CEO and learn from the CEO. And so that's how I went to a company called A&N Loan Hub Limited. At A&N Loan Hub Limited, I learned so much from the CEO there, very much about professionalism, taxation, and basically operating a business. She was very, very, very good at that, right? And I cherish the time that I spent there. I change jobs every year, so you'll hear me mentioning several different jobs. Simply because I want to learn more. It's not so good in the financial world, because when I was trying to get a mortgage from my home, it was problem, right? Or a loan for anything, because they said that I'm not stable. But it's for me, I know what's the purpose. I have to change jobs so I can learn from different people. And I learned a lot at A&N Loan Hub. One of them is customer service is important, professionalism is important, understanding the ins and outs of the business, documentations is important, learning all the different licenses that you need, networking, being a part of the right association to help you to move forward. Alright? Developing a platform to manage your clients is also important. Accountability is important, right? So I learned those things at being at that small company, and loving people. Like she was very good at that, right? She really genuinely cared for her employees, and that leave a bird. Like when I was leaving that job, it was up to this day probably one of the toughest decisions I've made. It was very, very hard to leave there, but I knew what I had to do, because at the end of the day, she's building her business for her family, and I know that I have to build my business for my family, right? And she later on appreciated that, but believe me, it was hard to leave there because this lady was genuinely caring for each and every employee and literally wanted the best and invested in such, right? So it was very difficult to leave there, but however, I did leave there, and I went to Carousel. At Carousel now, I learned how to sell. Like people always say I could sell, but there, from the CEO there, I learned psychology of sales. I learned how to sell, the practicality of it, right? In terms of not just the book thing and selling and blah blah blah, but really learn how to sell in the sense that I became one of the top salesperson there for a period, and the selling, learning about selling is that selling is really asking the right questions, and there's a difference. Take note of this. There's a difference between selling and marketing, right? Selling basically is you asking the right question, providing the right solution. Marketing is you telling a story, what your company is about, what product is about. And sometimes people mix up sales and marketing. When they should be selling, they're marketing. When they're marketing, they should be selling, right? So understanding the psychology of people and understanding that people is loyal to money, people is loyal to their price. Once the price is right, people will always come back, right? No matter how bad the service might be initially or the obstacles that you might create, once you have a good price, people will come back. I know that is contrary to what people say about service, where if you get the best service, you'll always go back. I've realized that people stick to the cheap because everybody wants to save $1, right? They'll go through terrible service, but to get their item done at a cheaper cost. And this is for most persons. There are the few who would be otherwise, but for most persons, that's generally or typically the case, right? And I learned that working at Carousel, right? Yeah, it's a lot to put in one video, but generally I want to give you a background of what I'm coming from. So outside of that, I'm 24, as I mentioned. I'm married to my beautiful wife Shanique, and I have one awesome son. He's Keimo Edwards as well. He's awesome. I don't have a degree. Probably like 760 subjects. My aspiration is to become a multi-millionaire, not because I love money, but for me, I'm coming from nothing. I'm born and raised in Tivoli Gardens. Well, then I'm told to be exact. My mother was killed in 2010 in the West Kittery Kingston incursion, and for me, I want to teach people how to get out of the slum, teach people how to move their life forward, no matter which level they are at. Teach people how to live purposeful instead of just living the life that is just thrown to them. Teaching people how to think, because believe it or not, when I was in worldwide group, I sat down with probably 100 people a week or more, and most people, successful people, they literally were using their brains. They didn't have goals. They just wanted what everybody else, said that they should have. In a married car, house, blah, blah, blah. They didn't know. That probably wasn't what they wanted. That's definitely, most time, 99% of the time, they were not living the life that they intrinsically wanted. They were just living. And doing that is literally the plan of the devil. For persons to live without purpose. Because the whole point of life is to live with purpose. I remember in the Bible it spoke about Jacob and Isaac and Ishmael and Isaac, I think it was, who put on the sheep clothes and trick him father kind of thing. But before their father died, he said he held death at bay just to ensure that he lived his purpose, which was to create a success and pass it on to his son for the next generation, right? So that just said to me the whole purpose of life is to actualize whatever your purpose is. And that's what I hope to help persons to do going forward. I'll try my best. I'm not successful yet, not to my counting. Persons would say that I'm successful based on where I'm coming from to where I'm currently at. But for me, I'm nowhere near where I need and want and will be. I know that I'll be successful on a definitely national scale, hopefully on a global scale, right? But I'll definitely put into work to that. But so this will just be my journey. I'll try to share my heartaches and my pains, so everybody can relate and see that they're not the only persons going through what they're going through. Because I remember starting at Sagicor, I kept on submitting clients' documents and they keep on coming back. But I remember one of the sales rep, when we were in orientation, she said that her first months, that happened to her over and over again. but now she's one of the top persons. She's in the top 3 sales rep at Sagicor in the department that I am at, right? And that is simple because I felt comfortable in knowing that this was a phase because she said that this was a phase, right? If not, I would have been frustrated and probably given up. I was thinking I was stupid or something, but because she shared that, then I became comfortable. So that's why I'm doing this, to share the struggles, and I might change my businesses later on down. I have no set plans for this video, this channel or video or whatever I'm going to do. I don't know yet, but I'm just sharing something now, and hopefully it materialize to something substantial to help people move forward. All right, so that's it for now.